The Curlewis Golf Club has secured its water future.
This is the Alcoa Point Henry complex, just out of Geelong.
I'm here at Clonard College where the girls are getting right into the Closing the Gap program.
Welcome back as we continue to look at the Geelong world of sport, and it's happening all over the season. Yes, local footy and netball finals continue this weekend with many eyes on St Albans Recreation Reserve with a grand final of the Geelong and District Football League, battled out between two long-time rivals, North Geelong, the Magpies, and Bellpost Hill, the Panthers. Judge for yourself as we look at highlights from the Geelong and District Football League preliminary final last weekend.
Looking for McNamara, didn't heat him, picked up by Meehan, got through the traffic, handballs off to Cations, off a step, goes back towards Nichols, into good position and puts his hand up. Could have been a little bit, maybe he was there, did have hands in the back, but mark has been paid. I reckon that's probably pretty close.
Because he's a good kick.
He is a good kick.
I'm not saying that.
So I'm 45 metres out. Nichols comes in, kicks it goal. Nice looking kick. Umpire goes across, but he says that's okay. It's going to be a goal, and Inverlev there first on the board.
Centre wing, Muir in front. Oh, McNamara did pretty well at the back and kept his feet. Muir bears down, gets the handball away to Turner, runs back inboard, chips the ball beautifully. Ash Whitney's got it inside the centre square at centre half forward, drills the footy towards full forward. Great kick, Tari, big fella. Goes over, and 50, I think, for the push. Thank you very much.
Yep.
And Justin
Take him right to the goal line.
Bring the ball down to the goal line and kick the goal for Bellpost Hill. In the goal square.
What are you laughing at?
No, don't worry. It's a text message.
What idiot would be texting you when you're trying to call the game?
Top Whitney up and early. He did a lot of that last week and got a couple of good ones. Picked up by Popovsky. Had a little step and kicked and didn't have the distance, but it did. The umpire says play on, and Carter again with the ball. And it went into the half forward. Don't look at me like that, Grubby. Scored as I see it. Picked up there by Cam Addy. Hollywood goes towards goal, and he's kicked the first goal for himself. And the fifth for Bellpost Hill.
Grozdanovsky chopped off, though, by Baseley. And he's got some time to give it back towards half forward. They're lining up for it. They're taking tickets, Bellpost Hill. Short little kick out towards Page, who comes out, takes the mark.
And that was McLeod again, was it?
And 50 for the push after the mark.
No.
So down on the goal line.
At the moment. Can't believe you went for him, Smitty.
Page puts it through, so they go to 6-2-38.
Down. Coming through, Roosler. Had it. Still had it. Let the ball out. Got a handball out to Grundle. Back to Roosler on the left foot. Kicks round his body. Went looking for Grozdanovsky. Coming through. Picks the ball up. Good strong tackle. Releases it. Picked up by Fursland. Fursland had Sulix out the back. He's still going to use him, I think. No, he let the ball go. Ends up in the hands there of Meehan, who goes into the half forward line. A nice looking kick. And it finds Billy Nichols. He's taken a mark about 40 metres out from goal.
You don't miss many.
So Billy Nichols, an opportunity to kick his second goal of the afternoon, and Inverlee's second. Comes in and will kick from about 40. Coming back, is it? Far enough. It has, as I says. The umpire says that's okay.
Looking forward to a great game tomorrow, and may the best team win on the day. Make note of that, please, Uncle Dick. Now, one of the men who will play a significant role tomorrow is Bellpost Hill coach Brent Gurgic. Has he got the finals nerves or not? Our little man Grubby Cation spoke with Brent for News Geelong.
We're here at St Albans. Last week I interviewed the first coach through to the 2014 Grand Final. Today we have the second coach through to the Grand Final. Gurge, a great effort. It looked easy on the scoreboard. Probably canned a little bit in the finish, but your pressure in the first half, they just couldn't come to terms with it. But before we go on with that, we'd have to pay tribute to Mark McDowell and his boys from coming from second or third last to get where they got to today.
Oh, definitely, really good side, and beat us, and they beat North Geelong early in the year too. So, got some really good players, and the keys in this comp and other comps probably is to keep everyone together. I suppose that's probably why we've sort of been okay for a while, is that we've been able to keep some players together. So obviously their challenge now is to keep that group together and add a couple to it, and keep improving.
Now, I interviewed Doggy Ryan, and he said that the best coach going around in the GDFL by a mile was you. You're going to return the compliment, or you're going to play ducks and drakes like I reckon he was?
No, he won they won the premiership last year, so you'd probably have to say Doggy Ryan would be, but it's hard to say. He's obviously a very good coach and well respected, so I'm not sure whether how to rate that. You know, I've never really gone over to their huddle because I'm at my huddle. So, and I don't know what he does back at his club, but obviously it's pretty good because they're a pretty good side, and you know they're going for back-to-back premierships.
Well, I suppose 7 grand finals in a row is not a bad effort from yourself as well. Just looking out here today. Again, aside from maybe Stephen McLeod early, it was another very, very even effort. There wasn't any superstars, but you just play like that Bellpost Hill team that plays like that every week.
Yeah, well, that's it. And we are a pretty even team, I suppose, and you've got to be pretty consistent across the board. And yeah, we're happy, obviously, with the way the guys went and played like a team, and everyone plays at a high level. Where we're a pretty good side and hard to beat.
The big fella, Ren Lovett, and the other bloke I saw with a big bandage, Timmy Barton. They were limping a little bit. Was that just tiredness and the hardness of the ground, do you reckon?
Yeah, I suppose. It's good, definitely good. Good to get a little bit of a run in the legs this week, but obviously the risk is of getting injury and stuff like that. So we're pretty lucky that everyone got through unscathed. But obviously the guys are going to be a little bit tired after the game. It's warmer than usual day, and the ground's definitely pretty hard. The middle's rock hard, so it'd be nice to get some water in that, hopefully before next week.
Yeah,
it'd be
hopefully.
Good. Yeah.
The seconds went out today. Is that going to affect you in any way?
No. It'd be great for them to be there as well, I suppose. And they had a pretty disappointing finish to the game today, and unfortunately they missed out. But I suppose if you look at the positives, that they don't get to have a look at our reserves and know who's in our senior team, I suppose, next week.
Okay, well, that's fair enough too. And look, a couple of weeks ago in the last round, we had the best game I've ever seen. The second semi-final was only a 15th behind that. Can we expect another cracker next week, mate?
Oh, sure. Everyone's hoping that's for probably me and Doggy. We're probably hoping one of us wins by about 10 goals, so our heart rate stays down and, our stress levels are down. But, obviously, they win comfortably. I hope that we win comfortably, but I think history shows it's going to be a pretty close game.
Win, lose or draw, I probably won't get a chance to speak to you after the game next week. What does Brent Gergich do next year?
Yeah, good question. We'll have to sit down with the club and work out what's the best for the club. I think, and if the best thing for the club is that I coach, then I coach. If the best thing is someone else coaches, then someone else coaches. That's fine. I've said that for the last few years, and we've got a few guys that are pushing up to take over the position in the club. So it'd be pretty close for time for them to take over. I think it's my fifth year, and I think after a while you probably need to hear a new voice and go in a slightly different direction. Guys probably sick of me by now, so I might do something else at the club or who knows. But yeah, like I said, if the club's interests are first, and if I'm to coach, then that's the best interest, then I'll do it. If it's not, then I won't.
Well, 5 years for 5 grand finals. You could probably ask them for a bit more of a quid, but look, as we all know, if next week's it'll be not 6 grand finals or whatever, but it's the premiership that counts, and obviously that's where Doggy lies too. There's a premiership that's a count with him, but it'll be a cracker, mate. I know you got to get to rehab. Thanks very much for a great game out here today, and good luck and all the best for next week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, mate.
Thank you, Richard. And now look at the all-important weather from the Bureau of Meteorology for the coming week of spring. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be partly cloudy with light winds, ideal for football and netball, with a top of 18. On Sunday, I'll bring some more cloud with a medium chance of showers throughout the day and a top of 16. On Monday, it'll be partly cloudy with a top of 16. Tuesday, again, partly cloudy with some light winds, top of 17. Good day for the midweek pennant bowlers to continue their practice matches leading up to the pennant season. On Wednesday, cloudy with possible rain, a top of 17. Thursday will be cloudy with showers, also a top of 17. Today we had sunrise at 27 minutes past 6 this morning, and sunset this evening was at 10 past 6. Tonight, and we had a partly cloudy conditions throughout the day with westerly winds and a top of 16 that was reached at 12 noon. That's the weather outlook for the coming week ahead of us in spring. Thank you for being with us on News Geelong. Don't forget the Geelong and District Footy League netball show in the morning with Donna Francesi. And of course, the boys will be there with their big toys, covering the GDFL Grand Final between Bellpost Hill and North Geelong. That's in the seniors. It'll be a great day out in St Albans Recreation Reserve. Enjoy yourself. To my brother, dear Muzzer. Bad luck, the Bombers are out of the finals, Muzzer, but take your time and smell the flowers. Until next Wednesday night on News Geelong, have a safe weekend and a very good night.
We come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play and form a mighty team. The pride of our region with all our favourite sons, never ever beaten, Australia's #1. We'll get the goals, boys, right from the jump, if we use some handball and never shirk a bump. So give it all your best as we answer to the call. Geelong in district football, the greatest league of all.